Valley Club, there's a major change coming the way character kits will be designed moving forward, and we're going to discuss why this is a good thing for all new characters. Also, Aries and the Annihilator team has been revealed. We'll discuss the full kit of Aries, his awakened abilities, and who is getting reworked as well. And if you're ready for all of that and more, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and I hope you had a much better weekend than I did. Some of you watched the video that I did this past weekend talking about the state of the game, the Illuminati, this temporal dimension that wasn't going to be released in a very good way. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. I wasn't feeling very happy. Just in general, I was very stressed out because I had a tournament this past weekend. So I was supposed to have a tournament this past weekend. And the community is very hot in Marvel Strike Force, so it just had me really, really down. So I made that video talking about the state of the game, the Illuminati, Captain Britain, the temporal dimension that is coming up this week. Just want to get my thoughts out there. And I just want to really thank each and every one of you guys for your support. The comments help get me into a more positive mindset, help me get ready for my tournament. And I was really ready, really focused for my tournament, had a really good warm up. And despite having an injury, I guess I'd accomplished what I wanted to this past weekend. I wanted to not quit in any of my matches, and I wanted to not get injured, and that happened, but I didn't get any matches. Unfortunately, neither of my opponents showed up. I had an awesome warm-up, was ready to go, really focused, was in a good mood from all of your comments, and nobody showed up. So I still don't have that monkey off my back. My last tournament is still a bad one, so I still need to keep training, keep pushing, but let's get into this new character to come in the game. Aries, and a new way that all of these characters moving forward are going to be released. Now, as far as the release of Aries character shards will be available exclusively in a battle pass starting on July 29th, 2 p.m. Pacific, both in the premium and standard passes. Now, you can get a 3-star unlock of Aries during the first season availability with a premium pass. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, maybe there's something with Silver Surfer, but I believe this is the first character release that we've had available through battle passes. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I do like the value from these passes, not just in character shards, but dark promo credits, gold, gear, other things. I think this is going to be a good thing, but there probably are going to be some negatives as well. You know, it's not always just give. It's always give and take something back. So I think this is a good thing, but let me know what negatives you see about this, because usually these passes have the most value of anything in the game. But let's talk about the future base stats of characters. This is a pretty major change in my opinion. I think this is going to be a good thing for the health of the game moving forward, just because these kits that are long walls of text, well, they won't be as long walls of text anymore if what we see in this blog post is gonna go the trend moving forward. And they've said, notice the trend, Marvel Strike Force, where characters, kits, mechanics, they've grown steadily in length and complexity over the years, but starting with Aries and continue with the next team, the Annihilators, we're gonna adjust how we balance these base stat characters. So we're gonna talk about the Annihilators and Aries in just a little bit, but let's finish on with this because I think this is going to be a major change, a good thing moving forward. Now, what they say, historically, our character balancing starts with base stats, and we've maintained tight control over the character base stats since we've launched. Stat values slowly increased over the years, and we allowed them to grow a few times over the years, or when we release new Apex teams or new Apex characters. One of them is going to be a part of this Annihilator team. However, because we tightly control these base stats, we've been adding more power and complexity to a character's ability kit each time we release a character. And if we go into the game and check out some of the more recent characters, checking out Black Panther Shuri, we look at her passive, it is a long passive. We go check out some of our Illuminati teammates. Hank Pym has a very long one. Taking a look at his passive, it's pretty long. We have some on spawn, on turn, and then all these other abilities to give the rest of the team more of these stats. And what they go on to say, after taking a hard look at the complexity of some of our new abilities, we knew it was time to enact a change. We've increased our bar for base stats for new characters and reworks going forward. And what this is going to mean for you, commanders, future characters will be more powerful and effective, have interesting abilities, but rely more on their base stats than the current characters do. Our new characters will have higher health, damage, armor, and etc. as far as their base stats. We're also going to reduce the amount of stats that we're putting into passives. As a result, power scores for new characters are going to increase, as most of the power score is tied to the base stats of the character. So you may see a change, some funny business going on with the power levels of the characters, and it may be a little misleading, but I think this is a good change moving forward, just because some of these character kits have gotten very, very complicated, and a lot of these stats have been like increasing focus for the entire team, or armor for the entire team, or health. Now it's just gonna be in their base stats, which I think is a good thing, because it reduces the amount of stats and all the kits that we need to know. We're confident that these updates will make character kits easier to understand while maintaining a complex theory crafting ecosystem across the game, and we're monitoring the effects of these updates going forward. But back to the discussion of the Annihilators. We've seen this splash screen last week, the new loading screen for the game. Odin on the team, Gore the God Butcher on the team, Gladiator on the team, Endgame Thanos on the team, Ares on the team as well. We also have a few reworks also. Silver Surfer is going to be a part of this team. This was a character that adjusted a lot of the stats. He was a meta character, and all base stats moving forward shifted as released as Silver Surfer. Very, very good character as is released, but Silver Surfer never really had a team, and for that, he kind of fell off really, really hard, especially because he took the same unique piece as Apocalypse and some of the Eternals and other characters in the game. Silver Surfer kind of got left behind. While he is getting a rework in the game, I'm not sure how effective he is going to be on this new Annihilator team, but also getting a rework. And if his previous reworks are any indication, Ultimus is going to get a very, very minor rework and still suck, because this is going to be a 7-person team as far as my count goes right now. So let me know your thoughts. What is going to happen to Ultimus? What is going to happen to Silver Surfer as we move forward with Ares and his kit? And an interesting thing I find with him, he is going to have some awakened abilities, which normally has been reserved for legendary characters. We do know that Odin is a legendary character. Let me know your thoughts on how you feel about these awakened abilities for non-legendary characters or non-epic characters. At least that's what I'm assuming is going to happen with Ares. But what it says, Ares lands in battle as a protector. You can turn his enemy strengths into his own. He packs a punch. He's armed with big health and damage, as each of his abilities can be upgraded to an awakened ability. His specialty in Alliance War is crippling teams who rely on passive abilities that apply charge or positive effects. In Alliance War, Ares' passive ability is a howitzer. After all other characters on spawn effects have activated, he copies and clears all the enemy positive effects, revive once, and charge. That is going to be very, very strong. Unless that team have safeguard or anything like that, it is going to be a nightmare for your teams. And I think it sounds like he's going to be a defensive character, hopefully also be used on offense as well. This cannot be resisted. His charge mechanic truly flexes the might of the gods. While charged, Ares can't be stunned, and non-mythic enemies can't gain charge or immunity. Ares also gains speed bar on turn while charged, so he looks like a major powerhouse. Has the traits Villain, Global, Mystic, Protector, also going to have that Annihilator trait, and hopefully not an epic trait. That is such a bad trait since the release of Captain Britain. Now his base speed is going to be 118, and his basic Thundering Smite. Going to attack the primary target 250% damage, doing 3 positive effects, changing to 2 adjacent targets for 190% damage, clearing 2 positive effects, and counterattack breaks this chain, and the ISO 8 counter assist chance for the normal unawakened basic. You're going to attack the primary target, 163% damage plus 17% piercing. Then you're going to clear 3 positive effects. Now what the basic awakened ability is going to do, it's going to add 20% more damage to the primary and secondary target attacks. And he's also going to give Ares immunity. And when you have that basic awakened, the ISO 8 counter assist chance is going to have 14% more damage, 2% more piercing, and you're going to gain immunity still. So pretty strong basic. I'm still not sure how I feel about all these awakened abilities for a non-legendary character. His special, Ares, 3 out of 3 for energy. Wrath of Mars is what it's called. Clear all barrier on the primary target. Attacking the primary target, 250% damage. You're going to apply stun and disrupted. You're going to gain charge. And when you awaken that special, you're going to clear all barrier on all enemies. And in war, you're going to apply trauma to the primary target. It looks like a strong opener, but you can also open with this ultimate here. It's also 5 out of 5, so you could use this on turn 1. Attacking the primary target, 200% damage plus 25% drain. Attacking the primary and secondary targets for 250% piercing damage, which means it's going to ignore all armor, 25% drain, and applying bleed for 2 turns and ability block for 1 turn, flipping a negative effect into a positive effect for self. And this attack is unavoidable, cannot be blocked. That is a very, very strong opening move for Aries. And if you do the awaken ability for him, you can apply ability block for 2 turns, flipping 3 negative effects. And his passive is not a long wall of text, but is very, very strong. On spawn, he's going to gain safeguard, and in war and only in war. So loses a lot of value outside of this war, but in war is a very strong passive. After all other characters spawn effects, copy and clear all positive effects, charge, and revive once from all enemies to this character. This attack cannot be resisted. Aries is the god of war. This is why he is the god of war. This is a strong, strong passive. And it doesn't take up a lot of tech space either, which I like. All right, on turn, this character has charge, gain 20% speed bar, lose 1 charge. While charged, non-mythic enemies cannot gain charge or immunity, and Aries cannot gain stun while he's charged. And when you awaken his passive, well, at the start of the match, enemy characters cannot spawn with safeguard, and he's gonna gain safeguard for 2 turns. This is a strong, strong character. So let me know your thoughts on Aries and the rest of this Annihilator team. Do you think this Annihilator team is just gonna be for war as indicated by the kit of Aries? Or do you think you're gonna have some outside value, maybe something in Crucible, maybe some of these characters on the hybrid teams in Arena? Let me know your thoughts on this. Again, thanks everybody that left a comment on that video. It really sent some positive vibes my way. Really helped me to get in a great mental standpoint. And I hope I paid you guys back. I hope he gave you some value in this video. And if I did, leave the video a like. It really helps out the channel and it helps out that YouTube algorithm. And if you want to check out what are the best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, check out the video up there and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.